girl, that's hot.
Hello, it's Emoji Nightmare. We are on episode 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 14. This episode starts off with Jasmine Kennedy talking a whole lot about herself and not giving really any room for anyone else to get anything in. This doesn't sit well with Cornbread in particular, who gives Jasmine a little lesson in how to actually have a conversation and not just talk for the sake of talking. The queens are told they are going to be creating super teases for this season of RuPaul's Drag Race, which is kind of great because we get to see we already kind of know their personality, and then we get to see how they're able to be comedic and act and sort of play into the stereotypes that they've already showed us in the first few episodes. The teams are split into 2 groups. Team Maddie, because she won the lip sync last week, and Team Willow, because she won the runway last week. Some great moments happen in the workroom. We learn about the bird watching. Carrie tells us about when she's out bird watching, she's looking for birds in gray sweatpants and otherwise. It's a hilarious moment and one that I'm sure is going to stick around for years to come, now forever being known as bird watching. Lovely leisurely activity. We also hear Alyssa Hunter share her coming out story, which was also kind of interesting because she tells a story about how she was found looking at porn when she was younger and her dad caught her and actually then disclosed that he too was gay. So they had this like mutual coming out story, which is kind of unique. And did anyone else think that not only is her dad a little like trade, but like also like the age difference seems pretty slim? It is the night of 1,000 J-Los. Jennifer Lopez pops in to say, hey, we're gonna have so many iconic looks, I'm sure. J-Lo is a fashion icon from late 90s all the way through to today. She's still slaying it in her 50s. So out the queens come on the runway, and we're seeing look after look be very close to J-Lo's original looks. Some of these are so accurately close to the originals. Actually, Carrie's is the original. She, I assume, bought the Versace dress that was not the original Versace from the early 2000s at the Grammys, but the comeback version on the Versace collection a few years ago. And stunning, the deep V, you gotta love it. It is her most iconic look. And really, while there's no real misses on the runway, I will say Angeria's was stunning, but I just wanted the fringe to start a little higher. And with Deja Sky's, it didn't look quite, it's the same style, but the pattern was a little different. And the judges did ultimately give her good credit for making it work for her and her body. When it comes to the challenge, the super tease, we've got Team Maddie and Team Willow. Team Willow starts, and it is just pure shenanigans. Some standouts for me, Bosco, I think, slayed it. I think Willow's bitular bit was hilarious. Again, really kind of funny, kind of just like not really playing into any of the prior Drag Race drama and things like that other queens kind of relied on. And just sort of kind of made her own little storyline. I think that was really creative, and it really, it worked for her. Over on Team Maddie, I thought it was a little bit more chaotic. There was a lot more going on. I think that ultimately, while it was still just as funny, there were moments that I didn't love as much. One of the standout moments that I enjoyed though was Angeria's, her ugly bitch. And of course, what's another episode without referencing Maddie being straight? I love any queen that can make the joke on reference to themselves and get away with it and actually do it and pull it off. So we're seeing Maddie kind of come into her own, and she's getting some credit for that, showing her personality. Ultimately, we find out that the tops of the week are Willow Pill, Angeria Van Michaels, and Deja Sky. I personally didn't love Deja's performance all that much. I didn't really love her runway, but I would have put probably Bosco in the top 3 personally, but hey, she ends up being safe, and it's down to Willow and Angeria again. They are in the top 2 week after week, and this week it is given to Angeria. In the bottom 3, we have Carrie Colby, Alyssa Hunter, and Cornbread. Not looking great for Cornbread lately, but I think we still haven't seen the best of her. I think she's gonna have a knockout performance. She is safe, and it's down to Carrie and Alyssa. I'm a little surprised with the bottom, but there were a lot of strong performances. So lip syncing to JLo's Play, the two battle it out. Alyssa's Money Gun malfunctions, it doesn't quite do what she wants it to do, which is rain literal money. And there's Carrie in her literal Versace dress, who is ultimately told that she is staying. Alyssa reveals that she just has chocolate in this new chocolate candy bar twist. So she does indeed sashay away. Thanks so much for following me on Instagram and responding to my polls that I put out Fridays and Saturdays. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the participation because it makes this a whole lot more fun. Here is my ranking for the week. A lot of shifting changes here based on, of course, Alyssa going home. And just really, we're kind of seeing a little bit more of the versatility. In fact, they want more versatility out of some of these queens. They want Carrie to be uglier and grittier. They want Cornbread to show a little bit more of herself. And I think, like I said, I think we're gonna see this. Those are two of my top queens.
You're crazy.
I hate you. Get your own fucking show. That's it for me this week. I'm Emoji Nightmare. Thanks so much for having me, Amber.